Good morning, Namaskar. Good morning, this is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day, April 6, 2021. Good morning again. Speaking from Bharat, India is this Suraj Singh speaking on this day, April 6, 2021, pertinent title Civil Field Engineering, Designs, Construction Methods, Contracts and Quality, etc. All as usual. Previously I talked. Now continue on that if video allows me. If it continues, last time video was broken, interrupted, and I could not do the thing, maybe Facebook technical problems. Probably it might have been solved by now. For yesterday I did not do anything due to some reason. So continuing this quality issues concerns in this professional engineering talk, engineering related to general life and also engineering related to professional life and quality related to both professional life as well as general life. Quality is that part of life which plays its role everywhere in each walk of life. And if you don't understand this point, nobody can understand anything. If we miss quality, well, I think we miss quantity. If we miss quality, we miss health, we miss personality, and we miss character as well. I can think of quality in every terms. In every terms, I can think of quality, and I can think of quantity both. Quality cannot be separated from quantity, and quantity cannot be called quantity if it's devoid of quality. We have to think that way, and if we're not able to think that way, well, I think then there is no meaning about thinking, and there is no meaning to think if you cannot think qualitatively for quantitatively. Got it? If you think quality, this means you think quantity. So is life. I just tried to explain what is the relation between quantity and quality. This relation cannot be taken for granted, and we have to continue like that. So these are all certain files I'm trying to show you for your reference, that various certifications as well as certain projections of file which I am referring to you about this talk. And so far I think this is working. I hope just 3 minutes over, just trying to have make sure that this video works. Alright, if it works fine, and well, let us again go to certification of chartered engineer, just for your information, as a part of awareness. This is certified by Institution of Engineers under provisions of under mandate of Royal Charter 1935. This Royal Charter of Institution of Engineers India 1935 was granted to it by King George V in 1935, and this charter itself mandates that every corporate member of Institution of Engineers India Bharat, that corporate members means whose designations are AMIE, that's called Associate Membership of Institution of Engineers, MIE, Member of Institution of Engineers, and FIE, that is Fellow of Institution of Engineers, are all these three descriptions entitled to use title and style of Chartered Engineer India. And the certification of professional engineer, this is additional one under international agreement This agreement is called IPEA, that is International Professional Engineers Agreement, in which body our country, India, Bharat, is also integrated as a permanent member, and this institution, the Institution of Engineers India, is empowered to hold and maintain and run this list or register of professional engineers at international level for India. Just for your awareness, so these three certificates are just for information, people should know. And this file is giving some description of construction project management or construction project organization, and this file is regarding brief explanation about practical concept of quality, etc. And this is a file we'll refer to for certain method statements which are important in our life of engineering. So these files I'm just trying to show you. I'll close off this file now and keep certainly open. If required, I'll open again, no issue. Alright, so let's move further and see what's first of all, let us talk of quality, we talk of designs, we talk of, you can say, construction, and we talk of method statements. Then we can say various parameters, various knowledge areas related to or linked to such organization of projects, costs, risks, reliability, analysis, thinking, and like that we can say contemplation and application. Contemplatively is called contemplation analysis, as I said, and this is thinking, contemplation, and that is called engineering. Ultimately, we go to understand real engineering. I have put plus on both ends of this term engineering, which means if you go this end, you will find plus. If you go at other end, you will find plus. This means never ending engineering. It's perpetual movement of engineering. If you go end of this, if you go on this end or the end, you will find both ends, continuation of engineering. This is what I'm trying to say. Life itself never stops, and we are born, everybody is born in engineering, and everybody lives through engineering. And we can say applications. In engineering, application is very significant. Application of our knowledge, whatever knowledge we get through work, through applications, that is a practice, that becomes a practice. Currently it's called practice because you work using that, and that continues in future also as a role or as a link or as lesson learned. Lesson learned as engineering, actually whatever lesson learned, if some activity goes on and it teaches us something specifically, we call it something learned through practical work, and that is called application. This means practical work, whatever we do, that is based on certain theory, certain formula, certain description, certain empirical answer, certain mathematical calculations, certain applications of physics and chemistry, certain applications of other sciences, phenomenon, certain experience of methods, certain values, certain knowledge that we get through books or through syllabus, and like that. There is no end to this proposition, these parameters, whatever you do, there are applications. Applications means we have applied them successfully. That's why it's called applications. It doesn't mean just formal application, it means work application, thought application, what we think, and that should be applied, and if that's successful, that can be called a kind of learning. That can be set as an example, set as a reference. So that's what it says. So engineering is basis. Engineering, you can say, group of applications together, various activities, hundreds of activities, tens of activities, all this you have proven one. If those can give result, those can be described as a group, and that group can be called engineering. It may be whatever sort of engineering. It may be it has to base on thinking ultimately. Work thinking based work, or work based thinking, both. Thinking based work is kind of originally you think and you work on that, or you can say you have worked a lot, you have generated some thinking out of that thinking, and that thinking further works on to enrich itself, and that's to say a very important part. It enriches itself. So that thinking is a unit of power. We can measure our capability. We can say analysis. What is analysis? Just to suppose there is a tree, there are 500 branches in that tree coming off that trunk. Trunk is main source of those branches. Trunk has got in itself wood, it had got itself a sap, it had got some liquid, it has got some rings in that. Some, you can say, if you cut a section of trunk, you'll find many rings, and those rings are, and there's those rings, and add one ring towards inside or towards outside, and we studied them, and we used to call them, if these rings add additionally every year inside, it's called endogenous tree, and if it outside externally, it's called exogenous tree. Those terms are based on how this tree trunk performs. Same, this is, we have understood performance of tree, we have studied that. That's why we classified tree into endogenous tree and indigenous tree as well as exogenous tree, which adds one curve, one ring, one, you can say, layer every year, either externally or internally. That's phenomenon we understand, and between each layer there's a gap, there's a space which is filled by sap, liquid or sap, you can say a kind of organic acrylic, or you can say a kind of a liquid, that's called sap, which is food for tree. And through these channels, through this space, we know whatever natural cycle is affected, that affects solar system, applies on tree, water applies on tree, means it takes its food like that, and this further branches, which goes into hundreds and thousands. That's where we say it's natural process. That natural process is understood, and that's, you can say, phenomenon of tree cycle. So that is a kind of analysis, and this analysis for tree, and such analysis can be conducted and must be conducted for all activities in life. Just an example of analysis I try to give, though it's not our achievement, it's tree itself does it. It's natural process, but to understand that natural process, we had to understand all activities in that tree which happen naturally. That's what analysis is. That is what you can say theoretical study and practical study is. Then we say risks. A risk is important everywhere in life. If there is no risk, there is no progress. If there is no risk, there is no success. If there is no risk, there is no result. Risk may result in losses, or risk may result in gains. It depends. Risk generally, a risk is considered as very dangerous word, in fact, but there should be no danger in risk, because risk is for both. It is risk only, it is named risk only until we cannot solve it. Once we thoroughly understand reasons behind risk, causes behind risk, or you can say how this risk can happen, that's what we have to understand. It means it's a problem only until we cannot solve it, and once we solve risk, it results in achievement, it results in solution. And when this gives a solution, we cannot call it risk at that time, because this is a part of knowledge area. We got knowledge how to solve this risk, or how to prevent this risk, so that this risk is not allowed to impact our life, and that becomes a kind of knowledge used for future. So risk gives us knowledge, risk gives us opportunity, risk is a teacher which teaches us all about this, and that is, we can say, collection of scientific information, collection of engineering information. And reliability, we say reliability is also same as I said, a reliability which everybody has as a person, as an individual, and reliability on certain formula on reliability on certain product, that if I buy this product can give me this much benefit, I am paying for this money to buy it, and I get those benefits. If I get those benefits successfully, I can say, okay, I can trust this product, I can use this process. If I pay for this product, is nothing wrong. I'm not going to lose anything, because I'm getting back my returns through use of this product. This means that product is safe for me. It doesn't harm me. It's not like plastic harms us, but still we use it. Means it's a kind of project that adds to our life, that enhances my life, that enhances my, you can say, it gives comfort to my life, practical use to my life. I have to understand that means this product gives service to me, this product provides service to me, and the service is also useful for my life. Means this, I need many services in my life, so this product is also one that gives me enjoying my life. It allows me enjoying my life. This product is that much reliable. So this means there is service point, which is one of many services I use in my life. So that is, it is safe for me, and the consideration is this gives me service to my life, service to my use, some service that without which I cannot continue. Means it's a part of daily life, or it's a part of a frequent monthly life, or you may say it's a part of yearly life, wherever it comes to me. It's of importance to me. That's what we can say, it's serviceable. And also we can say this service which it gives me, or this product which gives me something forever, or for some duration of its lifetime, not my lifetime. So that's called durability of this product, how long it can help me, and that's what worth value I can consider. If it gives me, it comes to my use in my life for a couple of years, a couple of decades, that product depends upon, and I have to trust this product. And also when it becomes risk free, which is more useful to me. When it becomes a long term product, I can say average, if I find cost becomes lower and lower. Longer durability means lesser costs, and a shorter durability means more cost, because after all my cost is paid when I buy it, but that cost is not recovered until I use that product. So if it is used for coming time, many years, this is productive for me. I can say average expenses, average cost on its is purchase and use becomes lesser and lesser. So it is more suitable to me, rather than spending more cost for short term. So reliability means it is safe, it's serviceable, it's workable, and it is risk free. It gives me life, and you can add whatever. It can give me opportunity for future development. It can be useful in whatever way I can consider. That points of reliability we have to think of, we have to consider. So then we can say cost on this. So cost, as I said, cost relates to durability of project, cost relates to comparative quality, cost relates to, yes, I am very happy with this product, because this product improves quality of my life. This product gives me better atmosphere in my life, environment in my life, and I can say I am not impacted my health due to use of this product. This is my co-friendly, this is my health friendly, this is my mind friendly, this product is good for me. That's what I say. Cost doesn't mean only money cost, but also if health is deteriorated by this product, I can say it's very costly product. If my mind is tensioned by this product, I can say, oh no, this product is very bad for me. Like this, very good benefit of whatever kind, we can say yes, this is productive, this is a good one. And we can say method statement. Let us consider why I'm talking about method statement. Method statement, actually, to be very frank, it's nothing. You can say it's a kind of communicative statement. I should say method. It's a kind of formula. It's a kind of procedure. It's a kind of solution which our mind knows. We know by experience. But question is not experience. The question is not what I know or what you don't know. Question is, if I know something and somebody is working for me, that person also should know what I'm thinking, what is on my mind. If that person knows that who's working for me, that person has some statement, not on his own, but on way work should be done. And that statement, if it is a written form, or if it's in even recorded form, or it's in whatever form, generally written forms are more acceptable, because written forms are references we can use when you do some work. It is not simply reference. It means reading reference, understanding reference, contents of the reference means they should be understood. That content should be understood by me. I should read and understand, and also not simply read and understand, apply that one. And if I don't apply that method, it's nothing useful then. It's nothing for me, because it was given to me, or I pulled it from my mind. I can say called from my mind, but I'm not able to use that. Then in that case there is no meaning of this method. So this is method, just silent method. This method only for formality. This means there is no meaning of that method. This is null and void. Then we say, if I have to construct something, I should think of what I should do. Whoever involved there must think what should be done, which is best sequence, the best way that my product should be used properly, should be used safely, should serve me according to what I intended to get service from it, and also it should work for long. I should have many uses, hundreds of thousands of uses. As many uses I have, it's more safe for me. Its average cost is less. That's what I'm saying. That's serviceability, durability, safety, risk-free atmosphere, resources-based use, etc., etc. And also then it comes to design. Design doesn't mean only that you have to apply some equations, mathematical equations, or physical equations, or you can say chemistry equations. Design is not that. That may be part activity of design, but designs can be in mind. Designs can be for everything, for working out, building members, sizes, what steel, how much steel it will take, what size of concrete it is. It's not simply I'm talking of everything in design. What do you think? Oh, I tried this, I got this, I am happy with that, I'm not happy with that. That happens everywhere, and that's what design counts in. So design is very broad perspective, you can say, like construction is very broad practice, and therefore you can say both are in broad spectrum. You should understand construction is limitless. There is no end to construction, but there are so many conventions, so many commencements, so many starts to every construction activities. Similarly, design has no end. Design means to devise something. Design means to design means not simply that we say something. It should be clearly understood what we are saying and how we are going on. So here when I say design, this means also a kind of method in our knowledge, or in our learning, or we think we set some process itself. You can say, if I say I have devised my way to chart out a program, or chart out some method statement, or devised in such a way that it is equally applicable with minimum effort and maximum work efficiency. If I can devise such writing or such a statement, I can say this is my working statement, this is my method statement. I have to follow this. You can say, because I have reached to that level. Okay, I follow this way, and I have to communicate to my associates who will work for me. They should understand this, and if they cannot understand this, I have to explain to them what you have to do, because I myself can use my method statement as reference, because I don't remember exactly at time of writing what I used, but maybe to recall my knowledge, I have to follow that, I have to read that, if not all, at least points. What points I included in this start time, and also in middle time and at end time. That's what I say. That's called a kind of conception, a kind of design of sequence, or sequences design, sequences setup. And that's what I can say when I say this. Quality, you have to define quality. Quality definition is very complex, to be very frank. We think if we control everything, it is quality. Yes, that's right. You control every product stays through tests or something, but it's not simply that. You have to control that person also. You have to define quality of individuals also is involved that procedure with that product. If we have to consider both individual quality, process quality, design quality, product construction quality, product performance quality, product maintenance quality, and also you can say everywhere we consider use of natural materials in optimum way. We have no right to destroy natural materials because we did not produce any natural materials. We are just used, we are only capable to use that power of nature. We are not doing anything else. We are just abusing that power if we do bad work, and we use that power if we do good work. That's what I say. Quality. Quality has no unique definition. Quality definition varies from product to product and from procedures to procedures, and like that, we have to be smart enough to understand what is quality. And if you have smart mind, you have smart experience, you have smart everything, we can say, okay, this is what is way to quality achievement. There may be one way, there may be two way, there may be many ways to to detail out and to accept what's best one for me, what's comfortable for me. If in explanation it is comfortable, or it's in self-explanation is comfortable, that's through communication media, communication medium, and that is a kind of written statement, a kind of recorded statement, a kind of video statement, whatever you can use, just to make to have allow you to reach to that person who has a hunger, who has a hunger to read it, to apply it. And that's a quality is system, quality is individuality, quality is element or product. Quality has variance. We have to understand this point. So system quality, individual quality, and element quality, we have to keep in our mind process. Designs we have to think of, method statements we have to devise, then time we have to consider, performance we have to consider, which cannot be changed very much, and cost and risks and reliability analysis. Then you can say thinking, as well as contemplation, application, engineering. All these are called. We have to stick to this consideration. Now we always talk of organization, how to organize construction. Construction which is not exclusive of designs, it is inclusive of designs. There can be no construction if there is no design, and there is of course no design if there exists no construction. Construction is a result of design, and design is a requirement of construction. Both are interrelated. If you have to construct something, you can say you have to design it, what to construct. And construction, you can say, is a result of design. It's not necessarily a design of only structures. I say whatever you construct in our life, whatever we construct, that is based on some thinking, some process, some mathematical formula, or some other dream which we call, oh, it's my dream, it is going to come true. So that dream design is also very important part of life. We have to understand this fact also. And in that, you can see this construction I'm talking of, is construction, which means project. This means project, and when you say project, this means organizational management. And when you say that one, this means we have to review everything, every part of this. And you know what titles I was talking of. I was talking of various titles. This, what is requirement of project, means requirement. Then how to organize it, how to manage it. Then analysis, as I said, to understand how to integrate project requirements, project plans with available knowledge, or knowledge that we have to import from whatever source. And sequences of this organization knowledge. And then what we can say, we will face many risks. And when we say risks, then how to respond to those risks. And when we know how to respond to those risks, we can say risk does not stand as a risk but solution. And all are those are all move through communication, that is process, is medium through which we communicate. And we say, and this is the start of everything, and that's called initiation. You can say project's initial charter constituents. Then it's a planning of something. You may say development of project plan or major processes, constituents within planning and knowledge areas integration. We say development plan. Then we can say owner, who's called client in professional world. What is my honor for this project? Not my honor in individuality, but in relevance to project. This man is responsible for this because this man is taking risk of this project. This man is enduring. This man is investing money, and whatever it is otherwise is ultimate. This person is liable for this. Not I'm just giving service to this person or individual or company or organization. So we can say it comes then in that case what is honor. Then we can say who is a person who agrees that shall work according to requirement. That person is generally start as bidder or tenderer, and that person when after finalization of that bid, whosoever is that is called successful bidder or contractor. And then there are so many execution activities to meet deadlines to achieve, and you can say that's execution or implementation process or construction process. And then you can say communication channels, of course, or processes, involvement by all relevant parties, then how to supervise that, how to control that practically when these methods move on, when these processes move on. So we can say monitoring and updates, continuous process during project construction and life cycle. Then we know during construction there are many activities which everybody does not know, and even sometimes new technologies keep coming in, and we have to learn those technologies in each and every way, or how we get it. Then we can analyze even those activities and find, okay, if this happened, this could also happen, we'll try later on. And that's called lessons learned. From mistakes we learn, and incorrect decisions we take we learn. Completion or closing or administrative control, that's total cycle you can say about project organization. And this is brief one, not you can say descriptive one. We had talked of last time about these knowledge areas and all that. We have gone through this. Now, risk considerations we had made. That's what I'm saying now. We had gone through this. So, project deliveries and equipment. We'll talk about this. So that's what we have done. Let us say let's talk of this